my name is Elizabeth Daniel, and this is my persuasion speech. Today I am doing my speech over euthanasia and that it should be legal. My dad and my brother are watching my speech today, and just a little background on euthanasia. It's basically physician-assisted suicide. That's another name for it. It's kind of like a layman term, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a doctor helping a patient die. While physician-assisted suicide is a last resort, it is only for patients who will be going through a painful or excruciating death, and it's to help them die peacefully instead of going through such a painful and excruciating death. There is a lot of speculation on whether or not it should be practiced. Over the years, people have committed suicide to not have to deal with, having to die that painful death. And over the years, there have been court cases, trials, and headlines about physician-assisted suicide. And the nation cannot seem to make up their mind on whether we should allow people to assist others in death without it being considered murder. When someone says physician-assisted suicide or euthanasia, one of the most popular and well-known things surrounding that headline is Dr. Kevorkian, and he is known for the unethical methods of euthanasia, and he was actually convicted of murder. He posted a video online, and he was convicted of murder by a jury. However, people who are going through diseases such as ALS or Alzheimer's or MS, they slowly deteriorate over time, and they can no longer walk, they can no longer talk, they have no control over their bodily functions. And who are we to say that they have to suffer through that and suffer through the pain of dying when we could just as easily put them down, such as a dog? And I know that's hard. I don't know if that's a great analogy, but that's the analogy that always comes to my mind, is we don't let our animals suffer once they start to go down that road of dying. We don't sit there and watch them suffer when they have cancer or when they have a disease. We do the humane thing and we put them down so they don't have to suffer. Why should we as people and humans have to suffer when we die, when we don't let our animals do it? To me, that is the best analogy, because it might seem a little like, oh, well, that's a dog, I'm a human. But if we're treating our dogs better than we're treating ourselves, that's just not right to me. And several states have now made euthanasia or physician-assisted suicide, as it's called, legal, such as of 2018, patients of Washington, Vermont, Colorado, California, Oregon, and Hawaii and Washington can now choose to either end their lives through physician-assisted suicide or go off. So I ask you, if in 20 years I look at you and I say, Dad, you're dying, there's nothing that we can do for you. There's nothing that they can do for you. A doctor looks at you and he says, this is going to be a very painful death, such as like pancreatic cancer. It's going to be a very, very painful death for you. And they ask you, you have the choice. Would you rather end your life right now with me? I can give you a shot, you'll just slip off into the night. Or do you want to sit here for 5.5 months in pain and in agony? What would you decide? Thank you. That's my speech, and that's my question to all of you. If you had the choice, what would you decide? Before you just push off, no, physicians can't assist in suicide. No, they can't do that. Think to yourself, what if it were me? What if it were my dad? What if it were my brother? what would you do? Thank you.